Donald Trump loves to claim that he was beloved by foreign leaders, that he got along so well with murderous dictators across the globe, and by God, everybody loved him, and he was a tough negotiator with those other foreign leaders and made them pay into NATO for the first time, even though it technically is not true. But according to Donald Trump's former national security advisor, the warmonger John Bolton, nothing could be further from the truth. During an interview with CNN this week, Bolton said that these world leaders did not look up to Trump. They did not admire or respect him. They instead viewed him as, quote, a laughing fool. Here is the full context and quote of what John Bolton said. This is the question he was asked by CNN anchor Caitlin Collins. She said, "You once said that he, Donald Trump, barely knew where Ukraine was, and his notion that one thing he repeated that night, as well as he said if he was in office, that Putin would not have invaded Ukraine." So John Bolton responds and says, "Yeah, Trump has this impression that foreign leaders, especially adversaries, hold him in high regard, that he's got a good relationship with Xi Jinping, with Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un. I believe they think he's a laughing fool. And the idea that somehow his presence in office would have deterred Putin is flatly wrong. If anything, if Trump had won a second term and done what I think he intended to do, which is get out of NATO, Putin would have just waited and let him do it, and even the weakening of NATO would have made it a lot easier for the Russians to have prevailed. I think it's virtually treasonous for the president, and this is a separate topic, I think it's virtually treasonous for the president to say he would pardon people who were trying to disrupt the work of Congress. It's another example why he's not fit to be president. If anybody wants to know what a Trump administration would look like if he's pardoning the people who rioted on January 6th, that's all you need to know. So, he's not fit to be president. Foreign leaders view him as a laughing fool. He may pull the United States out of NATO. This guy is a massive liability to the entire country. And what is interesting about this is during the Obama years, we did see a massive rebound in America's image abroad. Foreign leaders, foreign countries reported having more respect for the United States. Now, I understand Obama's foreign policy was not very good, but he also wasn't a horrible SOB that was going around lying to these people all over the world. We had seen that in the prior administration, the Bush administration. When Bush sent Colin Powell to the United Nations to lie to their faces to get them to support an invasion of Iraq. All of those lies told by that Bush administration weakened America's standing abroad. It weakened our relationships with our allies. Allies who would be less likely in the future to come to our aid if we asked them because we had lied them into a war. That changed with Obama. And I think Obama did get a pass for a lot of the bad foreign policy decisions he made because a lot of people, including around the world, were just relieved it wasn't George W. Bush anymore. Donald Trump came in, changed all that back the other way. We need those allies. We need to have those friends around the globe. And with Donald Trump in charge, hell, with any of the last, 4 or 5 Republican administrations, with any of them in charge, we don't have those things. And that seriously hurts the United States of America. Without allies, we're a lone voice over here in the West. And trust me, when things go sideways, you never want to find yourself in that situation all by yourself. But that's where we'd be if Donald Trump gets back into the White House. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.